That was totally hasty. What? How the fuck was that not hasty? I had like 4 hasty questions. Are you serious? Fuck. I must have done that quiz as terribly as possible. Like, for what I got. Like, I must have taken like an extra docile answer somewhere. Like, what the hell? Anyways, let's show up, get a green bell, you have to know, no. Sooner, right away, won't. That's great, fine, I'm happy. What the hell? How did I get docile from that, man? God, that sucks. And that was hasty? Oh, this quiz makes no sense. Alright, here we go. BRT on a DS. My first time. This won't be a perfect demonstration because I'm now more used to Sky, but we'll see how I fare. I can do a BRT run without having to worry as much about how I'm doing. It's this trolley Squirtle. He's back. He's back from the dead. Also, wait, are my screens cropped a little bit worse than I thought, or is BRT weird? Whatever. Okay, tackle. Okay, at least I'm used to Dedicated Traveler right now. But, oh my god, the movement is so much faster. It's so much faster. But the battle animations are so much slower. And it's so weird having my entire top screen be useless now. Alright, that was actually a pretty good T Woods. This is actually quite fascinating, getting this side-by-side comparison of TD to BRT. And you would think I would have known about that line of black pixels, but no. That took me a while to interpret, Dark. I could see his HP on the other top screen mode that I had too. But oh, you know what would be funny? Watch me get like first try Frost or something. Like now of all times. Watch this just be like my most godlike BRT run ever. And I'll just immediately ruin the concept of running this on DS for myself. Oh yeah, you can at least see the held item, so I guess there's that. So like right now, I believe Squirtle is holding an Oran berry. That would have been useful in Sky, but go figure, we don't have such luxury there. Forgot how weird that prompt is to optimally clear. I think that's why I used to go up then down. Yeah, this is a more gameplay intensive run, and you were just running it, so it's more interesting for you, Rex. That said, I apologize if I'm keeping you up later than you should be. Yeah, RTDX is weird because you generally can't save scum, but you can abuse how frequently it autosaves in certain ways. I see, Rex. And then there's me. I work overnights. I'm always up this late. Ooh, Swagbox is gonna be different. I might mess this up. No, I got it. Actually, it's a lot easier. That is a lot easier on a DS. Actually being able to see where your damn character is without the lag frames. This is so much faster. Holy shit. Take that for missions. I am gonna have to remember that seeds generally suck in this game though. Also, you have to press A to pass the, you have to press A or press R to skip pauses. That's messing with my head. Oh, yes. Toto Senpai, love these runs. Every split is gold. Honestly, that was a really good 2-wave cave. That might have been close to my gold, even if I was on my Wii U splits. Yeah, I guess now that we have the Eftica's patch for Sky, you don't have to play BRT to master movement. You're actually better off playing the Eftica's patch if you intend to focus on Sky. That was like the best swag box I've ever done there. DS is so nice for swag box, oh my god. It's so nice, it's like playing Donkey Kong Country on a CRT, it's like, oh. Feels so good. Alright, can I even remember what to do with missions in this stupid game? This is the most complicated part for me. Catch a berry, cherry. Oh, that's shitty. I don't have a cherry. Also, I forgot to accept the missions. I could get a cherry berry as a reward from my T Woods missions. Or here. Just have it. Ah. Yeah, it's just that the run is screwed if I don't get it. I guess I should have killed you. Let's see, did I have a 3F near mission? I think I did. I did. Okay, so that's nice. That's actually a super good mission split. Rocks. Revive. More rocks. At least I got a revive. Oh yeah, I can still find a cherry berry in Mount Steel as well, I think. So I've got Mount Steel, I've got one more Keck Shop check. And then there's the actual two-wave cave before the run dies. Yeah, this game likes to hand out a lot of rocks, and it likes to hand you missions that require items and then never give you the goddamn items. That always seems to get me whenever I do a one-off BRT run. I get some bullshit find item mission that I can't do. Rex is right though, cherry berries shouldn't be too much trouble. The keyword shouldn't, it's this game. This game is a dick. So... Oh yeah, you don't have bubble yet. I had a really good T-Wave. Okay. Right, so the item menu access is different. This is actually a 3DS capture. Oh my god. Oh, fudge. Oh right, Zigzagoons are like... insane. Forgot about that. Squirtle not having bubble yet is also not fun. Okay, that was an intro to Mount Steel. Come on. Also, I regen health like way slower in this game. Okay. Squirtle, I fucking hate you. So much. Why did I think this was a good idea? Anyways, I spent like... I think the raw price was gonna be about 300. Also, oh shit, I forgot I'm supposed to be collecting money. Ow. Okay, well, I guess that helped. Squirtle, come on, dude. Wait, I already registered. What the fuck? How is he missing this much? So, I already forgot the name again. Merky. Merky did the install. The raw price was going to be around $300, but then having to ship my 3DS so far there and back kind of made it amount to like $400 spent. You've got to be out soon. Yeah. I don't have my mobile scarf. Oh yeah, I don't heal at bosses either. At this rate, I'm gonna be out of tackles. Good crit. Okay. Squirtle's trolling never ceases. But at least that time he threw an O-Ran at me and picked up a rock, both of which were helpful. I unfortunately don't think Merky has any capture cards anymore. Now you would have to get an old 3DS capture card from Loopy, the same guy that usually is known for regular DS capture cards. He started selling 3DS ones, but it's old 3DS, not new 3DS. I think my new 3DS capture card here is very, very, very rare. Oh great, he learned withdraw after the boss. You know what that means? It means I'm going to forget to turn it off. This is going well, isn't it? I didn't find the cherry berry. I didn't find a single orb, so I have no orbs to sell. I didn't pick up any money, so there's no way I'm doing frustrats. I didn't see a single orb in the entirety of Mount Steel. One thing I will take a moment to appreciate about this game, though. 3 dungeons done and some missions, and we're 16 minutes in. Like twice as fast as Sky. More than that. So nice. But yeah, this was like a $400 investment for me. And I'm so happy I did it. Even though I already have a DS capture card, so for the purpose of streaming this game, it's not necessary. For Gates and Super, on the other hand, and for other 3DS games, it's great. Also, I forgot how dumb the dialogue prompts are in this game. They come out of nowhere at any time, with random cursor movement being required. It's so much love and hate flowing all at once. I love how fast I can move. I hate how slow the battle animations are. I hate Squirtle so much. I would legit rather have the damn Trico with me. At least the Trico was a good boy. Squirtle is such a dickhead. He missed 7 bubbles. I don't think he was trying to hit them, I mean. Bastard. Alright. So I'm gonna check for a cherry berry. When did I get that white gummy? Is that what he picked up when I thought he was picking up a rock? I hate you, Squirtle. Alright. Oh, I didn't get 2 T Woods missions. That's also bullshit bad luck. That's an extra trip to the job board. But the run might just flat out die because of not having a cherry berry now, so whatever. We really do need a Squirtle command at this point. I need to make a Squirtle rant. I just gotta think. It's hard to remember all the different ways he manages to troll me. He trolls me by shooting off bubbles at random times, even though he has dedicated Traveler. He misses as many bubbles as he possibly can. Throws items at me, picks up items I don't want, like the white gummy. Always makes sure to miss one move when he's using linked moves, so he can't kill anything. Sometimes wastes good items by throwing them at me when I don't want him to. He just finds ways to troll me, like, every run. I can't even remember them all, it's just an every run thing. What a little shit this Squirtle is. Also, hi, comment. I guess I can check the shop one more time for a cherry berry. This is so dumb. You usually check the shop for a frickin' Frost TM right now, and instead I'm out here trying to get a damn cherry berry. This is so dumb. Oh, and actually, I guess while I revisit town, I could go pick up the T Woods mission that I got robbed of. For no reason other than fuck you. I forgot how trolly this game is. I'm still having fun because I'm laughing at the trolliness, but wow. I forgot how dumb this can be. Maybe Explorers isn't so bad after all. Oh, that's just great. Can I get, like, a Monster House Sword, maybe? Because I give up on Frost. No, it's our Keck. They both had nothing. T Woods. That's a good new mission, at least. Alright. Well, if I don't find a cherry berry, the run dies. Or gets destroyed, basically. Honestly, I can't remember for certain if Keck can sell cherries. I am pretty sure he can. I'm also pretty sure that Mount Steel can have them. And I know for a fact that this dungeon can have them. But just to make sure to tease me as much as possible, I'm only seeing apples, the other red item. Free hard orb. Lots and lots of apples. More apples. Well, we're going out of our way. Most likely to no avail. Oh, Leer sounds really different on console. That's so weird. Well, we will continue to go out of our way. Nothing. Unbelievable. 3 shop checks, entire Mount Steel, entire T-Wave Cave. No fucking Cherry Berry. Classic Blue Rescue Team. I literally just wanted to do a no reset run for fun, and the game shat on it as much as I could. Fucking nice. Fucking nice. I'm wondering if I just want to continue now, or what. Didn't even get a Cherry Berry reward, which was also possible from 4 missions that I completed. Still nothing. Oh wait, no, it's there. Okay. He can sell it. He just was being a dick. Ooh, I should see if there's escape orbs. I can make a swift recovery if there's an escape orb in the shop now. Oh, okay, yeah, there's certainly escape orbs. Alright, Keck saved the run. I bought 2 on purpose because the second one has a use as well. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I can make the fastest possible recovery from this. Damn shame I was exploring floors, but what was I to do? He gave me a fucking Cherry Berry. What is wrong with this fuck-ass game? He gave me a fucking Cherry Berry. Stupid shit, I didn't even want it. Oh my god. That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen happen from those kinds of missions. Oh my god. That is so dumb. Reminder to self when you submit this run. The message on speedrun.com. LOL, thanks, execute. Nice mission. Right, clients are really hard to see in this game. Okay. Alright, on the right side I am getting a lot of revives. Like a lot of revives, holy shit. I still don't have enough money for Frost, right? Yeah, not even close. I bought a lot of things though. I pretty much gave up on Frost like immediately. There might have been revives that I could have been buying instead that I should have bought. But I don't think I need to worry about buying revives right now. I got like 4 for missions. Oh wait, you don't really want to check the job board now, do you? Well, I'm going now. Oh wait, you want to link moves, so it's fine. Deliver sleep, I have one, I think? Do I have one? I have a lot of trash. I don't think I'm going to want to take that, actually. Tackle. Different button in this game. Gordo had bubble. He had withdraw on this entire time. Right, what's going on here? Okay. Oh, actually, I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of that cherry berry because now I might get another fine cherry berry mission. Because I now need to pull one more T-Wave Cave mission off the board, because I tossed one. I think I missed a damage roll there. It's so weird how you access the item menu in this game if you're playing, like, so much Sky. Missed a damage roll, I think. Oh wow, Skitty's A attack is a lot worse than it is in Sky. Oh, is this a dead end? Oh shit. This might be a complete dead end, actually. Oh yeah, it totally is. Flip the entire job board. That'd be funny. Skitty being that pissed off. Dude, I'm loving how fast you can move. Holy crap. What the? Oh yeah, line wounds are sometimes, I think, so tanky that Squirtle can't kill them. Also, hey, I got my cherry berry back. I'm just gonna assume I'm gonna need it if I don't take it. Oh, I forgot that you can kill those. Unless you miss. Hey, my first orb, besides Kecleon's. I didn't really need that unless I get like all near missions somewhere. Holy fuck this. I was thinking that that was probably going to happen. Should have been more careful. I think Scyther's a damage roll too. There's a lot of damage rolls in Sinister Woods. But you can always have Squirtle fight instead to be safer. Unless you're level 12. Now that I'm level 12, I think like everything's fine to fight. But it's not good if you're level 12. Definitely a pretty rough trip through the dungeon if I almost starved and Squirtle almost ran out of PP. You get double slap in the middle of Great Canyon. Oh, that's interesting. You're almost out of PP. That's also interesting. I am... okay. I don't have a single elixir to my name. Shit. This is certainly the most awkward situation I've ever found myself in for this fight. I would say I made the right play. Kind of forgot about low PP being a problem. And also, I forgot that I had no elixirs at all. This is why I don't like doing back-to-back PMD runs. I just kind of had it in my head that elixirs were not a concern, but you still want to have one or two. Also, usually in this game I will get at least one elixir as a mission reward, so messed me up a little that I didn't see any. Guess now's a good time to try buying some, and then inevitably have Kecleon have none. I had a chance to buy some earlier too, and I forgot. Yeah, he had some. I didn't buy them because I forgot how necessary they were. Definitely could have bought some. I might even have run past an elixir at some point. But like, I was playing PMD earlier and I was running past elixirs in that run because they were less important to me. Because I like hardly ever needed elixirs with those Meowth strats I was doing. It turned into a bad habit that would make its way over into this run. So I may have run past an elixir at some point in this run without even thinking about how necessary it would actually be. So yeah, since I have to run to the job board anyways, I'm certainly checking Kecleon again. Watch him have none. Yep, classic. Now that I remember, I need that item. Finally have a monster house orb at least. Took 3 days to get one. Oh, good mission. And I'll take this. Wait, I don't need this. Alright, so I still need a T Woods mission then. Okay. So I will have to come back one more time. Funny enough, I did have a white gummy at one point for that near mission in Sinister, but I think that would be too far out of the way. I had an extra skateboard and an extra white gummy. Oof. That pause I do there is actually intentional, by the way. It clears the text log. It's great if you want your partner to pick up something that you're also going to pass over, since the text log rolls along so slow in this game. That's just great. Didn't know that that thing had more than 40 health. Also, the stairs were right there. Classic. Alright, I do have to be careful with the O-Rans. I have to save 2 for missions. So I should probably grab extras and toss some of the other berries I no longer need. Nice crit. This feels rather early for level 13, but I could be wrong. Weedle, the one thing I can one-turn KO without needing rocks. I might have been able to kill with a rock there, but I wanted to be safe. Yeah, Silent Chasm has very trash layouts. Don't need 2 special bands. What the? Oh, your moves are off. Okay, sorry, baby Spooter. Oh. I'm in trouble. You I can kill. The other one I have to attract. Or swap. I'm like for some reason, relying on Squirtle as little as possible. Also nice, I'm getting hungry. Water gun. I do feel like I usually get that right here. Thank you for the good luck matrix. Oh boy. Okay, I'm glad I one-shot there. Those can cause problems with water absorb. Okay. Last few floors there weren't too bad. So I still have to go check for a mission. Just one T-Woods mission, that's all I need. I don't really have to check the shops for anything, but I could check for another Monster House orb just to ensure the safety of this run. Yeah, he kinda does. And as you can see, from watching me play that Silent Chasm, even if you don't have Double Slap, Skitty can still take care of business alone. You just have to be really efficient. Like, you have to either use Attract or use rocks in advance in order to make fights go more smoothly for Skitty alone, but she can defend herself. In some cases, however, you are certainly better off just using Squirtle. Random prompt, which you have to move the cursor for. Yeah, that was a lucky one-shot that I got on that Poliwag. A lot of the time, though, you would need Squirtle's help to kill it efficiently, and you would both need to land your tackle. If one of you misses the tackle, then you get to enjoy watching Squirtle heal it. So honestly, it's still probably best just to try going for the damage roll with Skitty alone. But then the problem is it has hypnosis, so if you miss the damage roll, you might get put to sleep. So Poliwags suck. There's no right answer, unless you have a Power Man. I really wanted a Monster House orb. Don't underestimate the value of a Monster House orb. I guess we're going to do things rather unconventionally, though, later on. Okay. Yep, that's right. Okay, what do we have here? We have all nears for T-Woods, and a near for that. I need the Pecha, though. I can easily find a Pecha Berry. There's one right there. And I will take an Oran as well, since I'm short on them. Okay. I will now require a lot of escape orbs. Okay. We're going to have really bizarre mission strats later. My inventory is going to be terribly tight because of this, though. I don't always link Squirtle's moves like this before Mount Thunder, just the opportunity presented itself because I had to go to the job board anyways. So it's like, while I'm here. I thought I saw equipment there. Oh boy. It really is always one move that misses. But that's why having 4 link moves on Squirtle is not all bad. Also, that could in theory have been a Frost TM. Which would have been, well, I guess by this point, not immediately a game changer unless I would have gotten a linked box too, because I need Frost plus tackle to get my kills. But a Frost TM would still be exciting. These guys, I think, are really tanky in this game. You don't want to take any risks with Beedrill. They're a lot more deadly in this game than they are in Sky. I would, I think I still have Growl, so I would teach Frost over that. Then before Great Canyon, I would have linked Tackle Frost. Gotten rid of Tail Whip when I would learn Double Slap. I think I have just enough space for that elixir. Ah, the coveted Mount Thunder layouts. Oh boy. Oh boy. Shit. I accidentally beat +8. Okay. Ultimately, I've made the right decision. I guess. Actually, no, the right decision would have been to kill the Growlithe sooner. That was an awkward situation, though. Having enemies behind me with Squirtle's accuracy lowered. Not being able to one-shot what's in front of me. Oh, I know what I should have done. I should have thrown a rock at the Growlithe. Then I would have been able to kill it efficiently. Oh well, it was a tough situation. What are you gonna do? Dang, this Mount Thunder was almost good too. And then 9F and 10F sucked. That's still better than most Mount Thunders I've had, though. Whoops. Also, yeah, good thing T-Wave sucks in this game. Okay, then. I love Ampharos' animation of like belly flopping on you with his tackle. I need that over in. Shit. Okay, how come he's able to hit better with sand in his eyes? Man, ideally you're out of Great Canyon by now. But I am on a slower console. Also, now that I think about it, I have spent a lot of extra time in the town during this run because of the circumstances with my missions and how messed up they've been. But at least I can finally go straight to Great Canyon. I finally have all my missions. I do not need to link moves. I do not need to check the shop. My bag is full. So finally, I can go straight to a dungeon. But yeah, that's one subtle thing that will kill a lot of time. Visiting town too much. Unfortunately, it can't be helped. If you get bad mission RNG, you're forced to run all the way through town and back. So it can't be helped sometimes. And then, of course, there's the temptation. Once you're in town, let's link moves, let's check the shop. It adds up. But it can be considered time investment for a better future. Like, I have quite a strategy ahead of me for those T Woods missions. I have 3 escape boards. I have one for Upper Forest in case I don't get double nut. I have one for T Woods with my Oran Berry. I have one for Sinister Woods with my Pecha Berry. So we will have a mission day that is a double escape orb. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Dude, usually I'm done with Great Canyon by now, but that's on Wii U, and that's with, you know, a lot less weird bullshit going on with missions, so... Ooh, that's actually somewhat useful TM. Too late now, though, especially without a link box. Oh, I even got a chance to grab it. If I had a link box, that would actually be, like, awesome. I could do Tackle Facade, and then Skitty would be able to defend herself in the dungeon. Whereas right now I'm pretty much all Squirtle, especially without my power band. I don't have a power band still, that's really bad actually. That makes me pitiful in this dungeon. I really want to have a power band by now. Special band number 3. Why not? Okay, D-Slap. I am no longer pathetic. Hopefully. Oops, I walked into that like a dingus. Oh gosh, okay. Never walk into an enemy in BRT. Never. I mean, it's, if you dash into it in the corridor, whatever, but... if you can help it, don't walk into an enemy in this game. They will destroy your ass. that kind of movement is better. Setting Squirtle up so that should I fail to kill, he can finish. Nice. Asshole. Even Mega Drain Squirtle. Asshole Vileplume. I should have known that that would be a waste to travel through. And then Shady can probably give me a very technical explanation for why I should have walked up there. Also, hi, Drowsy. Spidey boy! Thank you for the good luck. This run has had, like, some of the dumbest mission RNG I've ever seen. It's kind of good and bad. I'm sorry, Spidey boy. I do have an unusual double escape orb day planned for the last set of T Woods missions, but I've had to run through town and do so much extra crap in town. But thankfully, we are running against blank splits, so it's okay. Like, I actually don't know what a good Great Canyon is on DS. Because I don't know how much slower DS is for this. I think the main difference in loads I'm seeing is just between floors. Yeah, it's not all bad having to reset your splits, you know? It's really great for getting through no resets. I did it a lot when I was doing 103 for DK. Oh, I'm out of double slab. How you know Great Canyon sucked ass. Or maybe just the run as a whole. Yeah, at least I got out of those last few floors quickly, but oh my god, 102. Damn, I know this hasn't been my best run, but I don't think it was that bad. DS must lose a lot more time than would initially meet the eye. Either that or this run has been that bad. Also, time for our 10-minute break. I think Whom has like a 236 on DS or something, but I think he remarked that it was an insane run. I don't remember though. He either remarked that I was insane, or I'm thinking of like one of his JPN runs. I mean, every run he does is insane, because he literally just gets, like, it's like a different game when he plays this game. To put it into perspective, Whom is the only one that's oblivious to the complaints about this game swarming you with enemies, so... It's literally like a different game when he plays, but... I can't remember if he remarked that his DS run was insane, or if he remarked that it was okay. Because he's done, like, every variant. He's done JPN, DS, Wii U. Solid and had double check. Alright, so yeah, if Whom did a run of this game and he said it was solid, it's pretty damn insane. Gotcha. So yeah. I think it was like a 236. So DS must lose a lot of time. What's weird though is he's also done like no Wonder Mail on DS, and he's been getting like 203s. So either his no Wonder Mail runs have had like the most fucked up RNG in the world. I don't even know how to phrase it actually. I can't tell. I can't tell if it's like a difference of 4 minutes slower to play on this console, or if it's like 7 minutes. That was back when his PV was 234. I feel like this platform is only like 4 minutes slower for the whole run then. Roughly. His quick save runs should be more indicative of that, because he's been getting like 203s on DS, I think. Or maybe that was his PB. And his PB on Wii U was like 159, I think. Maybe 158. So this run really sucks. This run would have had like an hour Great Canyon, even on Wii U, I think. That's really bad for my standards. But it's not like I'm entirely to blame. I'm actually kind of happy with how I've been playing for the most part. Especially since I'm more used to Sky right now. I just got fucked on that job board. And all the extra shopping I had to do. Probably the biggest... Actually, yeah, I forgot. This run included the massive time loss of attempting to complete that T-Wave Cave mission, failing, and then re-entering. That takes forever, especially when you factor in that I was fully scanning the last few floors of T-Wave Cave out of desperation, only to find like 10 apples instead. So, I guess with that in mind, of course this run kind of sucks. That's a very hefty time loss. On top of relatively non-exceptional dungeons. The dungeons have not been too bad though. I feel like if not for the mission mess up, this would be going, well yeah. If not for everything like related to missions and all my extra town shopping, this would have been like an alright run. I can't believe I never noticed that vertical black line on the left side of the screen with BRT. That annoys me so much. I was probably adjusting my overlays so often, wondering why they were like improperly sized, just because of that damn black line. That's so dumb. Now I know, it's best off kept this way. This is truly the representation of the game screen. And yeah, that is one thing I can continue to appreciate about BRT. So quick and easy and over with. Well, okay, I wouldn't say it's easy, it's pretty damn hard. It took me a while to warm up to this run and all its intricacies. And I still make mistakes, but... so quick. Done and over with so fast compared to Sky. So few cutscenes. It's so nice. That's the thing that's nice. Actually, also, come to think of it, I suppose even with like a 102 Great Canyon exit, this can still get like a mid 240, which I guess I'd be happy with on DS. I do kind of wonder if it will save me time over typical T-Woods missions to do the double escape orb shenanigans. The item management at Uproar is going to be a pain in the ass, but... like, it's weird. I have 2 instant missions on a day where you would normally just do 2 quick ones. So which is faster? That's what I wonder. Shit, I hate that prompt. That one gets me every time. I hate you, Squirtle. Hey, are you ready? Let me move the cursor fucking arbitrarily before I ask, though. Will the cursor be on no or yes? Who fucking knows? I'm Squirtle. I hate you, Squirtle. I normally do, yes. Unless, of course, I get a double chestnut. Then I can toss it. But yeah, that strat saves a lot more time than you might think. It's very worth it. Always save an escape orb for Uproar in case you have to revisit it. Not only do you save yourself the animation of re-entering the Mankey's lair, but also, you'll save yourself all the trouble of finding the stairs on 9F once you have your chestnut. It's pretty worth it. Also, I just realized this game is a little louder than Time Darkness was. I may have been a little difficult to hear over the course of this run, sorry. I had a moment of did I remember to link moves. Yeah, it's so worth it to lug around that escape orb. It's so worth it. And then even if you get a double chestnut anyways, you just swap the escape orb out for the double nut when it happens. That was a little risky, but it wouldn't have been a huge deal if I'd gotten confused. Also, it is so hard to see the items on the map here. Oh yeah, you know about the APOM strat. I learned all the ways to mess that up. During my last grind. Didn't really want that. Yeah, you just have to be careful not to let the APOM die a little harder than it might seem, since it has run away. And is like the most frail enemy in that dungeon, besides maybe C-Dot. I almost didn't see those stairs. Ah, yes, ground stairs is actually easy to do in this game. It's always the same menu. Alright. That seems pretty good. Yeah, the A-palm strat's nice as a fallback, but it is a big face palm when you get to the 9th floor and it has 2 chestnuts anyways after investing time and dragging that A-palm around, or if you forget to take the A-palm's item on 8F so it can't pick up a chestnut on 9F, or if the A-palm dies. So it can flop. You have to be a little careful. Yeah, you might face palm when you're trying to keep a palm. Haha. I'm so funny. That wasn't on purpose though, so. Jeez, I can't use storage. I literally don't want to get rid of any of my items. I'm full of good items. Alright. The only thing I don't need right now is the Big Apple. I guess I might want to deposit that Big Apple in case I find revives in Mount Freeze, though. Also, this is like the last dungeon where Squirtle is actually useful for combat. After this, he's fired. Holy shit. That would have been a very tempting shop. Actually, it still kind of is. But I don't know what I can possibly toss. That's the one thing. I have so many mission items on hand right now. It's dreadful. Like, I have 5 mission items on me, and then the escape orb for Uproar. That's too much. That seems like a good Mount Blaze. Now for the Reviver Seed tax. Mount Blaze Peak. Okay. And also Moltres sometimes, if he uses agility. And then the Ferrets in Frosty Forest. Frosty Forest Danger Noodle. It's actually fluffy, unlike the one named Fluffy. Oh, nice slow. Not that we needed it, but... that slow is much better on, like, Articuno. Yeah, I like to have all those linked moves on Squirtle for that fight. They are fluffy, but don't confuse them with the totally fluffy Fluffy. Three slices of bread with apple butter? Apple butter is a thing? I've never heard of it, but that sounds delicious to me. Tastes better at 2 a.m. One of those kinds of snacks, huh? If you eat a lot of pasta, that can make you tired. But then you might wake up soon after and be wide awake. I'm weird with pasta. It'll either exhaust the crap out of me, or it'll give me, like, crazy long-term energy. I should become an expert on late night snacking soon. I'm literally up all night every night now. Alright, I'm going to deposit my apple just in case I find a revive somewhere. And then before Magma Cavern, I might actually talk to Kangaskhan and withdraw that apple. You definitely always want to have a good food source for Magma Cavern and Sky Tower. How many elixirs am I carrying, actually? Oh, okay, I can deposit an elixir, too. I don't need as many of those on hand right now. That becomes more important later as well. That happens to me a lot, Comet. I don't mind it, though. A lot of the time I'm being productive when that happens. Ditto taking more damage to itself than it dealt to me. Oh wait, don't split. I forgot about this. I completely forgot about this. The mache. I thought I was done with the dungeon. Ah. I've gotten hungry on quite a few dungeons that I don't normally, so yeah, that's a sign. Alright, reviver seeds can spawn here. And they can also spawn for the entirety of Mount Freeze. So of course, good stair RNG must take priority. But it's okay, I've still got a lot of revives anyways. At least I'm doing well on that. I don't usually throw a rock at Articuno, but I was thinking about it during the cutscene. With the set of moves I use, if I get a good double slap here... I did not get a good double slap. Okay, well... If only that had happened sooner. Wow. Well, you know it could have gone better if Squirtle got the kill. Yeah, I play Articuno really safe, and since I quad-link Squirtle, I definitely have a very slow fight compared to most runners there. But can you really blame me for playing that fight safe? This is also the fight that often costs runners 2 revives, or more, so... Did I forget to change the game on Twitch? I believe I changed my title. Okay, you're just being... okay. It's just Ken being Ken. Got it. Self-aware trolling. You could also call this a really weird Rescue Team DX mod. if Rescue Team DX was made with sprites and drastically different gameplay mechanics. Oh wait. Actually, no. I finished the Explorers of Darkness run. But I still felt like playing PMD after it for some dumb reason. I think it's partially I don't feel like switching to Super Mario World yet. Last weekend sucked. But 2 Time Darkness runs in a row would have been extreme, so... Perhaps what we will do is we will just do a little bit of practice with Super Mario World and then focus on Ori to make up for the lost time on that game last week. Oh hey, the cursor's on all set this time for some dumb reason. Hello there. What was your name? JMX or something? JX. Welcome aboard. QS stands for Quick Save. Quick saves in Blue Rescue Team can be used to sort of manipulate floor layouts, in that you get a default RNG seed when you use it, or at least that's what we believe happens. So, it becomes an execution-based run where you know where to go at all times, unlike most Pokemon Mystery Dungeon speedruns, which are more focused on adaptability and hoping you find the stairs quickly. Wonder Mal... How do I describe it? Wonder Mail lets you generate your own missions by entering passwords. You can make the missions very convenient to complete and have them give you whatever rewards you want, including really overpowered items that you shouldn't have access to yet. The category I'm running right now doesn't use either of those things. This category is just play the game, hope it goes well. Nice revive. I don't remember if Psyduck has Cloud9. I think it does. And no problem. I'm happy to explain. I made a movement error. Shit. It is really hard to see what you're doing in this dungeon. Got light blue background for the blue items and stairs, and you got white walls for the walls on the mat. Also, yes, this game has fully animated Hellstorm damage too. It is not exclusive to Time Darkness, it's just more infamous there, since you have to deal with it on 4 characters at once. And yeah, Psyduck is absolutely abysmal. At best, you could make use of Psyduck during a quick save run. But the poor thing has the worst stats in the game. It's like the Pikachu of this game. Except it's not that every dungeon nerfs it, it's just that its moveset and its stats ruin it. I guess it's more like the Phanpy of this game than anything. Okay. That's probably a revive. Oh, it's Blast. Okay. Yeah, it's more comparable to Phanpy. grass types in this game are more comparable to Pikachu, where there's like constant nerfs for them for some reason. I.e. the bosses. Also, dang, Chimecho is tanky. I have underestimated it. Also, good morning, Yoshi. Let me tell you, when I started working overnights, when I had to finish phone calls, I never knew what to say. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning. I settled upon, have a great rest of your shift. Because day and night are not so black and white anymore when you work shifts like this. Yeah, even more confusing than time itself is dates. Ugh. You wake up and it's Wednesday. 7 hours later, oh, it's Thursday now. That is so confusing. That might be the worst part. I'm okay, Ken. I appreciate Service Fish nonetheless, though, so thank you, Inferno. Okay. Service Fish. A good fishy friend. Inferno, have you even seen yet any of the runs where Service Fish actually, like, gets used? The reason she's Service Fish? I find it hilarious that I've popularized it enough that even when I'm not doing runs that use her... Okay, you saw it on YouTube, okay. The most notable is Sky Recruit 'em All. I also use it in Super Mystery Dungeon 100%, and I use it in Sky Darkrai No Wonder Mail if the game lets me. Which it usually doesn't. The if there is entirely because you can end up not recruiting it and just kind of be screwed from there. Which, usually that's what happens. You don't want to go back into the dungeon for it either. Also, oh my goodness, Squirtle's yawning. He opens his mouth so wide. What the hell? Oh, Whoom's PB. That's a bummer. Right, I keep forgetting that, my Sky Recruit 'em All is completely, like, obsolete, so nobody watches it. Now even the No Wonder Mail one is obsolete. Though I still have to verify Yemos. Also, welcome back, Crescent. I wonder if one day I'll just go completely insane and actually try hard to optimize Recruit 'em Alls. Oh, you did at least see my 100% run. That's nice. Those runs get, like, quite a few views. They're, like, my only runs that get that many. I think it's a nice mix of YouTube algorithm being silly and speedrun.com WR. Speedrun.com WR gets a lot of views. Just slowly over time. I really want this Pop-Tart and I can't let go of the beat. You know what? This is a job for the clip. There we go. Yes, clip to the rescue. I still want to come back to Super Mystery Dungeon. But yeah, I guess in theory, now that I have a consistent work schedule, where I always have 2 days off in a row, in theory, one thing I could do is I could, like, do a recruit 'em all every weekend or every other weekend if I really wanted to. If it's a 2-day run, which it is for Super, it is for Sky Wondermail, it could be for Time Darkness Wondermail. So in theory, if I really wanted, I could optimize the shit out of those. It doesn't sound like the best idea, unless I were to prepare very adequately and thoroughly. Even then, I would probably only want to make an attempt every other week, as every week would just be too much, far too much. I prep very seriously for those runs. It takes a long time. Oh. I hope I didn't just put this magnet too close to that cartridge of darkness. I don't like that my clip has a magnet on it. It worries me slightly. I should probably have that removed. Alright, so I think I just have normal missions. Yeah. Which is actually a little problematic. Because all the items are going to storage. Alright, I don't need linked moves for this. Oh look, a fucking cherry berry. Of course it spawns near the stairs now. Stupid ass game. Ugh. Stupid ass game. Whoa. Oh, it's split. Oh, I didn't lose much there. Yeah, I always forget about this. You have to do 3 missions before Uproar. You really don't want your bag to be full when you go through Mount Freeze. I'll just have to remember that there's now a revive in storage. Which game's mechanics do I prefer? Super Mystery Dungeon? But if you mean between this and Sky... Except for the cursor memory. Fuck Sky's cursor memory. Actually, BRT and Sky are extremely similar in terms of mechanics. It's mainly the menus that are different. And the damage calculation. I guess if you go very far in depth, the movement in this game is faster, but the battle animations are slower, which I hate, because it makes movement errors so punishing, and fast movement so tempting. As much as it sucks how it's so difficult to become overpowered in Sky, I respect that damage calculation formula much better, because it's kind of dumb how easy it is to become like super OP in this game. It's kind of dumb how much damage stuff will do to you, how slow your health regens. Yeah, I prefer Sky's mechanics, but the differences are subtle. We don't really see drastic mechanical changes until Super. Which will forever have my favorite mechanics. With a few exceptions to the strange decisions here and there. Like, it does kind of suck how you can't always use the same allies, but even that I don't hate, because it kind of enforces variety. Also, shit, I still have not seen a single link box for this entire run, which is really bizarre. But because of that, I may not be able to teach Bite to Squirtle. It won't be worth it without the help of a link box. Oh my god. Oh. Imagine if I recruited that. It's time for the chestnut game. Oh, that's great. Let's just run. Oh, shit. We're still going to try to run. It's just not going to be easy. Okay, if I had recruited that, I would have been in a hell of a situation. Unfortunately, in this game, you must be very, very conservative with Monster House orbs. It's imperative that you save them for Magma Cavern and Sky Tower, and you really only get them from Gakleon, save for a few dungeons, so... Oh, balls. That's not good. Oi. Oh my god. This dungeon sucks. Also, I should have tried to recruit that Apom. At this point, I just want out of here. Yeah, that Ampharos does have eerie similarities. No recruit, damn. no recruit. Yeah, this is a 9-floor dungeon, 10 if you count the Mankey floor. Usually I check seeds here for a heal seed, as those are quite handy, but I'm carrying too much right now. Oh, come on. We're making our way there. Oh my god. You know, the first Monster House and that one had an orb in it. Maybe I should have used a warp orb and then just seen what the orb in the room was. But I wasn't escaping all of my troubles, no matter what I would have done. Okay. I'm almost out of linked moves. I guess I'll just drink an elixir though, it's fine. I will probably get more from missions. Oh my god, it's actually a double chestnut. Okay. That's nice. Don't need that escape orb anymore. It's a double chestnut, but how long was I in the dungeon? Alright. Almost it. The bright side of this game compared to RTDX, only need 2 chestnuts, not 3. It's just usually you don't get them both. That Caterpie jump. So Inferno, are you talking about Advanced Rescue Team perchance? 'Cause I know Arrow has done a lot of toying with that game. That hack seems bullshit. I can't imagine if it was a level reset in this game. What a nightmare. It's already a nightmare dungeon. Don't remember. Probably Advanced Rescue Team. That game made the first dungeon a level reset for some reason. Or Kaizo. That'd be fun, trying to play a Kaizo hack of PMD. I'm sure now that Sky Temple is a thing, there's going to be Kaizo hacks of Sky. Maybe I'll play those once I have, like, a bunch of my goals accomplished. Alright. Thank God I didn't have to do Uproar again after how bad that first run of it was. Can you imagine? Kind of, almost. There's a lot of cutscenes and missions first. And what an interesting mission split I have before me. Okay, so I only have to go to Mount Steel 6. Imagine if that 3F mission had a chance to be a near mission. That would suck. I'm so glad it doesn't. I can't remember which enemies are damage ranges and which ones aren't with A attacks. Also, hey, the return of the Hurl Orb, oh boy. Our favorite item that we saw 20 times during Darkness. Favorite story dungeon? Kind of a hard question to answer now that I speedrun the game. I hate them all now. Back when I was more casual with this game, I think my favorite was either Sky Tower or Mount Blaze. Interesting time for a level up. Yeah, I guess we're not doing bite strats this run. I don't have a link box. I somehow never saw a single link box the entire run. I will certainly take that. I really don't want that Petra though. Okay. Very good missions. And then, yeah, this is gonna be a weird split. Rocks, PogChamp! Bag's already full again. Bag's about to get a lot of space made, though. Is this cutscene long enough to go to the bathroom? I think it is, but I don't remember. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna try it. I'll be right back. Cool. Confirmed, you can actually take a bathroom break here if you're quick. Okay. Finally, my escape orb is coming in. So I can get more rocks. Great. That's kind of unusual, seeing this animation. I guess that's slowing me down. So normally you would never do missions here, but since I had 2 near missions that just happened to be in different spots, and the Keck Shop happened to have a shitload of escape orbs, that was my strat today. Gold gummy. Gold! I love it. That's a weird reward. That must have been because it was a sinister mission. Too bad I don't want it. I guess it's food. Food is food, I guess. So sorry for moving my mic so much. I was trying to adjust it to where it was when I came back. I didn't know how much time I had. Can't take a break here, though, because there's a prompt. You really have to do it before the Seawoods missions. Yeah, I mean, restarting is one option for dealing with being stuck. But you can also just take the loss, go back, grind a bunch of missions, get more items, level up some more. Levels are ridiculously potent in this game. I wish there could be a convenient chance to get food before Magma Cavern. My food is just gonna have to be Reviver Seeds, and I guess that random golden gummy I got. Like, it sucks. I always have a full bag during Fugitive, and I have to store some items for pre-Magma and pre-Sky Tower. But then there's never a convenient chance to get them back. The only time you're in town again is before Uproar, and that's like the point where your inventory is most cramped. You have to make room for chestnuts. And then you have all your missions after that. You might be holding on to a bunch of mission items. So there's no good opportunity to deal with items. There's a high chance that it would save me a lot of time to have food though, so I think I'm going to use storage really quickly. Big Apple Revive Elixir. This dungeon sucks, but I'm well armed. Kind of sucks that I don't have Bite though. Oh, now I get the link box. Okay, I got food, elixirs, and revives. Something picked up the rocks I dropped. Started throwing them at me. Damn it. Also, there's no defense against crappy Starlock, sadly. At least not right now. I guess, actually, PMD 2 has one thing. Service fish. The stairs seem to be over this way. I don't have that in this game. No wonder Surface Fish and I get along so well. She helps to mitigate my worst RNG. She helps with crappy Recruit RNG. She helps with crappy Stair RNG. Okay. I am so glad I moved exactly the way I did in that room. This one I cannot avoid waking. Is that the Warp Scarf? Oh shit. Yo, Joe. Welcome to me attempting a run on the actual DS, or 3DS, close enough. Also, it's BRT. This has been such a weird run. Also, I still want to come back to DKC2. Still. But it has gotten lower priority as of late because of new strats in PMD. Mostly PMD2, not this game. Yeah, you're actually really good at fighting these. Yeah. Wait, I didn't think there'd be anything there. Okay. Shit. Yeah, so many things to do. Once I'm done with Mario World, I'll definitely come back to DKC2. It's just that even with Mario World, I have a lot of work to do. I kind of forgot that it's a good idea to have Squirtle help you out more in this dungeon. But that's more important if you don't have a lot of elixirs. I have plenty, so it doesn't really matter to me too much. But you do want to kind of spread out PP usage. Don't take that out of context. Squirtle covers your type disadvantages. That's the main thing. Especially early in the run, when you only have Tail Whip and Tackle, which doesn't kill crap. So you need him to help you with rock types, steel types, especially in Mount Steel itself. And then in mid-game, he's generally the only Pokemon that can get one-turn KOs on things until you have Double Slap. As you can see, once you have Double Slap, he's a lot less helpful. Because Skitty just does everything. Shit. That's really unfortunate paralysis. I just made a pile of slime fall in love with me. Okay, and I wish I'd gone left. Well, okay, that helps. Why does stuff keep falling in love with me when I'm on stairs? It's like the game's just trying to waste as much time as it can. Even when I'm not making mistakes. Shit. Do I still have a Pecha Berry? I can't even check. I think I'm inevitably dead here, because I might not have a Pecha Berry or an Oran. Yeah, I'm dead. Wouldn't be too bad to die. I mean, I'm low on belly, I'm low on PP. Actually perfectly fine with using that revive there. And yeah, Pokemon don't have genders in this game, so Attract and Q-Charm work on literally everything, even the bosses, which are supposed to be genderless. I should have gone down left. Oh shit. I don't want to lose another seed here, but I might. Oh fuck, I didn't think I'd lose it to that. Damn it. That was humiliating. That was a really shitty room to spawn in though. That Onyx Dragon breathing me really didn't help. Oh, these last few floors have been so ass. Squirtle's that low PP, so I don't want him fighting. Okay. Ugh. I repeat, that dungeon sucks. These guys are brutal. Nobody can one-turn them. Especially not if you miss this much. What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Oh, I just realized also I have to do a very slow strat for Groudon. Actually, wait, I have a link box. Yeah, screw it. How do you miss something so big? By being Squirtle. Thank you for hugs, Ken. Well, thank you for the follow, Randall. Welcome to my Cluster Fudge streams. The Squirtle machine never broke. He was always a troll. And yeah, Explorers of Sky, Time Darkness, they got a lot more considerate about dungeon length, whereas this game's like, here's a 99F dungeon, here's a 99F dungeon, here's a 99F dungeon. Oh yeah, wasn't Shady telling me to dash left here? This is a good run to try that, I guess. Oh yeah, it does work. That's neat. The only problem is this limits how many attracts you can actually use. But you shouldn't need more than 2. I might not even have needed 2. I did. Barely. Okay. Oh yeah, you missed Western Cave. Although that one's only 99F in this game, not RTDX. Yeah, that's at least 6 99F dungeons. Hey there, Asex. Ah, yes, the dungeon where I always forget about Tailwhip. Yeah, I decided to do a BRT run for the heck of it, but I'm doing it on my 3DS instead of the Wii U, so I'm using Blink Splits And this run will technically be a PB automatically, even though it has been kind of shitty. I'm okay. Yeah, that's kind of a weird decision that they made. I wish they'd cut down Silver Trench. Then we could have gotten Service Fish. Without it being, like, impossible. And yeah, Explorers, there's 0 Isle South and Destiny Tower. So 2 if you count Sky, 1 if you count Time Darkness. I think I still have sufficient items for Sky Tower. I might want to count my revives though. I should still have plenty though, because those 2 I used in Magma Cavern I think were the first 2 revives used in the entire run. Oh yeah, I'm fine. We have 6. As long as no insane bullshit happens, we're good. But that said, if there's any dungeon in this game that likes to throw insane bullshit at you, it's this one. So, we'll see. And yes, this game very much likes long dungeons. Heck, it even has long any percent dungeons. Any percent dungeons in PMD never go past 20 floors. And usually, like 20F is like a once a game thing. This game though, you got a 15F, a 14F, a 23F, a 25F with 8 floors after it. Like holy shit. Explorer is the longest is Tree Shroud, which is 20. Gates the longest is, I think, a Desert, which is like 18 or 20. But that's with Gates layouts. Super the longest is 13. That's sheer mountain range. And also, Revelation Mountain 2. Yeah, Explorers did develop the new tendency to actually split dungeons in half, whereas this game's like, here's the midpoint, now that there's only 2 floors to go, lol. But yeah, Tower is 13 plus 10, so I guess if you count first half and second half, Tower still is pretty long. And then Hidden Land also is 15 plus 8, so another 23. I guess I hadn't thought of it like that. But it doesn't feel as ridiculous as this. Yeah, this dungeon's by far the longest. If you count its first half and second half, otherwise its length is comparable to Magma Cavern. But Magma Cavern can actually take longer because it has worse layouts, whereas most of the layouts in Sky Tower aren't too bad, it's just the enemies. The enemies here are dicks. Also, looking at the timer, it seems like this run might not be as bad as I thought it would be. It might be like a mid 240. That's not too bad. I'll take that, especially for a random one-off run that I haven't even played this game in like a month and a half or 2 months. However long it's been, that's not too bad. Ah, if that had been X-ray specs, that actually would have been nice to equip, as now I'm used to them. I can actually use X-ray specs, I've trained myself. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, I almost one-shot. Not tonight, Asex. I think after this it's time for Super Mario World. I'm mostly doing PMD 2 right now, and I just kind of did this for a one-off. I grinded BRT a couple months ago. For a couple months, so... I just got curious how I would do on actual console. Also, shit, I should have turned around and fought that, Masquerade. Especially if it's gonna pull this. Oh, come on. Oh, and I forgot Tail. Fuck, man. This game sucks. This game sucks so much. Tried so hard to run away from those. Oh my god. Oh, that was a very floor. Luckily we're prepared. One of them warped back in here for some dipshit reason. I'm getting hungry on 9F. Please don't be another monster house. Okay. Oh my god, these spawning your items is like... making my heart drop. Monster houses begin in Uproar Forest. I had 2 there. That was fun. Traps are post-game in this game, though. But yeah, Uproar Forest, Magma Cavern, and Sky Tower, you can get monster houses. That's why it's pretty valuable to get a couple orbs. Even if you have to go out of way by checking CAC. Also, fully animated hailstorms. Your favorite, chat. don't think so, Cosmixer. However, using linked moves depletes belly. The more moves that are linked, the more you lose too. If you use a triple link, you lose 2 belly. If you use a double link, you lose 1 belly each use. If you use a quadruple link, you lose 3 belly each use. This causes me to get worn down much faster than I was getting worn down when I played TD. Because in TD I had no linked moves. So the only thing that would wear me down was using my mobile scarf. Now the game where belly depletes the fastest would have to be Super Mystery Dungeon. In that game I believe they reduced your steps that you could take before your belly would get reduced. In these games it's 10 steps, in Super I think it's 7. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. I don't know if they changed it back in R2DS. Ouch. Polygon, I'm sorry. You. Beware the Venomoths. Oh, thank you for the host. Didn't see who it was. Twitch chat display is being dumb and it's like showing me half the notification. Glad I didn't get confused there. I'm also glad Squirtle lived. Oh, that's a new name that I don't know how to say. Shoyle? Oh, thank you for the raid. Welcome aboard. Also, oh my god, I think that was actually better than my Wii U Sky Tower Gold. What the fuck? That's sad. That's because I didn't get any Aerodactyl shenanigans, I didn't get any Venomoth shenanigans, I didn't get any Monster Houses. Except the one. Skoy High. Okay, welcome aboard, Skoy High. Welcome to my Cluster Fudge streams, everybody. Tonight I decided to attempt a Blue Rescue Team speedrun on a console that I don't usually attempt it on, so I'm running with blank splits. It's been nice. Skoy High? No, it's Shoy High. Sorry, I'm trying to read and play, it's kinda hard. Second run in a row where I got raided in the middle of the last, or one of the last dungeons. Yeah, the summit's layouts are terrible, but they are also predictable. They're just like Chasm Cave in Time Darkness Sky. (1F, 4F, 7F), it's a straight line of 5 rooms. All other floors, all the rooms are on the outside. So if you get a Warp Scarf, this is actually a good place to use it. Because these rooms are all a pain to get to. And these enemies are really strong. Of course she can, Ken. She levitates using electromagnetism. Oh shit. This is when you die. Aerodactyl used agility. Never text you want to read. Flygon. Oh, Ancient Power animates so much faster in this game. I wish it was like that in PMD 2. Gonna need an elixir for the last floor and for Rayquaza. Okay, or not. What the fuck? The end of that Sky Tower was apparently so good. I'm pretty sure I beat my Wii U Gold, which is so dumb. I feel like every floor loads like 1 second slower on 3DS, so that's like 25-second disadvantage I had. And it still would have been a gold. That's so dumb. Unfortunately, I'm going to have a very slow fight. Actually, wait, no. I forgot I did actually adjust Squirtle's moves. We're good. Also, I have revives. I'm just going to wail on Rayquaza. Usually I would do another attract, but I don't care right now. Okay, or that'll happen anyways. The fuck? That must have been such a good Sky Tower without me even realizing it after, like, the beginning. That legit had to have been one of my best Sky Towers ever. That's so dumb. That ended up being a pretty alright run, damn. I thought that was going to be trash. I would not call this run trash, though, in the end. This run actually made a heck of a recovery. From a really bad start. This would not be fun to run against, though, after that Sky Tower. And yeah, early PMDs, the bosses are kind of whatever. At the same time, though, even in these games, the bosses can kick your ass if you don't have, like, any particular moves or items to deal with them. Let's not get into it, Ken. As much as I love Super. Oh god, yeah, the bosses are so much harder in the remake. Oh god, yes. The bosses are so much harder in the remake. Holy shit. Maybe a little too hard. Oh man, Super Mystery Dungeon's my favorite game. I wish more people played it. A lot of people will talk shit about it because it has so many changes. And if you've played the first two games a lot, you probably don't have a chance in hell of liking Super, unfortunately, because it's so different. The differences would just annoy you, I think. But if you keep an open mind, Super Mystery Dungeon is awesome. They made a lot of quality of life changes and just mechanical changes in general. And I think it's, like, at least the second best story in the series, too. Yeah, RTDX is interesting, because, like, you have total control over the difficulty of that game. Oh, I hear that a lot, too, Shori. Sadly. It makes me really sad to hear that. Really, really sad, because the models aren't that bad. Oh god, this is why I don't like talking about this. It always gets so sad and negative whenever I just want to say something nice about Super. This is why I don't like talking about that game anymore. I can't express enough how much I love that game, like, actually. It is definitely my favorite video game. I also really liked Rescue Team DX casually, but I hate speedrunning it. Whereas Super Mystery Dungeon, even speedrunning it, I love it to death. It's the only PMD speedrun that I will very rarely get mad at. My burnout on Super Mystery Dungeon wasn't out of frustration, it was just exhaustion. So I really love Super, but I hate talking about it at the same time. Just because so much of the community shits on it. For one reason or another or another. So anyway, yeah, this run was okay. I thought this run was gonna be shit, but I would not call it that. Not at all. Also, hi Gian, I'm surprised to see you here. But at the same time, I guess not, because you do like this game a lot, obviously. Since you're here, how dumb was that Sky Tower? Because I wasn't even paying attention. How fucking dumb was that? You would know. I'm pretty sure I beat my Wii U gold, so... Oh, you joined on the Ray fight. Oh. Damn, there's so many people here that want to see PMD. I've already been playing PMD for 9 hours. What am I gonna do now? Apparently I should have done a true ending run. True ending involves rescuing Gardevoir, finishing the Gengar arc. You do a few post-game dungeons, unlock Sky Blue Plains, which is a pain in the ass, do Star Cave 20F, and then escort Gengar through Murky Cave. Oh, that is barely a 243. Like, barely. I actually have to time that carefully and ensure that that was actually a 243. That is borderline. That's pretty good on GS. That's pretty good. Definitely close in quality to my real PB. Now I'm going to eat an apple. Remember when I thought I was going to reset this run over that stupid-ass Cherry Berry that the execute didn't even want? It didn't even want the Cherry Berry after all the trouble I went through to get it? Also, that's correct, Cosmixer. I mix up Jirachi's caves a lot. That's understandable, Shoryu. These games are very, very frustrating sometimes when you speedrun them. But if you like watching runs, you've found a good channel, because I do runs of PMD as my main content on Twitch. Usually by now on Saturday nights I switch to Super Mario World, but I kind of feel bad about wanting to do that now, right after that raid, and having had so many other people show up for PMT. But like I said, I've been playing all night. I'm not really sure what I want to do now. Oh my god, that is almost certainly my video, Shoryu. But I had a much crappier microphone back then. I was screaming about a max elixir because in my first several Sky runs I had unbelievably bad luck with max elixirs. I would legit go entire runs without seeing any. I have Cosmixer, but I did it with NTR Viewer on New3DS, which is now something we put under the emulator category. I want to do a real run with this New3DS capture card someday. Just haven't gotten to it yet because PMD 1 and 2 keep taking priority. We keep finding new strats. Alright, good night, Dark. I don't even have my GameCube set up right now, and I don't want to do casual Pokemon right now. People came for PMD. But yeah, I don't know what to do now. There's not enough time and energy in me for another any % run of any kind. I still don't really feel like playing Mario World, but maybe I'll do it a little bit, just to like keep the rust off. And then we'll switch to Ori. That's what I've been doing on my Saturday night streams. I'll do a PMD for like 6 to 9 hours, and then I'll do Mario World for a bit, and then I'll do Ori. I do, in fact, actually have a casual save file that I backed up before this run. Alright, IGT, I want to see it. 237? That's like the same IGT that I had on my actual Wii U PB, that's funny.